What's up everyone, and welcome back to some Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle. And today, finally hit rank 250, just now noticed. We're going to be going through the Cell event, the super difficulty. This isn't really going to be a guide, this is just going to be me doing another example of showing you that you can beat these teams without necessarily having all of the cards that are necessary. Today we're going to be showing off Mono Agility, Cell's tech phase. That's going to be a challenge. Not so much the last phase, because the strength phase is pretty easy, but I'll walk through all that as we go. So as I've said before, agility really doesn't have a strong sealer. That's the biggest problem. Every type team has a kind of a flaw to it. Physical team doesn't link really well together. Tech has a strange team comp. Intelligence is just weak overall, although it's getting better. I think Intelligence is honestly one of the more slept on teams in the game and global right now. But anyway, we're going to be diving in with an agility team. So obviously, since I say that, I have a Super Vegito. I'll show you guys my team really quick before we get into this. I think this is my best team that's not Hero's team personally, although my villain's team looks pretty good. I'll show that off in a different video. But anyway, we have Super Vegito, max super attack. This was my only good card for the longest time, and so his super attack is max just because I didn't really have anything else to use, like my Elder Kais that we were getting for stuff and Santa Roshi's and all that. Didn't have a better card to use it on, but I mean, using it on Super Vegito is really good because actually I don't think this is explicitly stated, but I do believe it does affect counters. That's just my experience with it. When I've used lower levels, the counters aren't as good. Maxed out in the dupe system for not having a dupe anyway. It's the all the plus 2000s. Combos and everything else I just bought just to buy it because I had a bunch of blue orbs and I figured why not. So obviously great card. I say the best card in the game. Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku. I actually have to feed this guy another super because I pulled a Super Saiyan Blue Goku a couple videos ago and I decided pretty much I'm not going to keep him. I'm going to use this card instead just because it's better, and I'm kind of over the whole collecting thing at this point in the game. It used to be a thing that I really like to do, but like if I can use the cards to feed something else from now on, I think I'm just going to do that. Unless I, really want the card for a specific reason. Like I pulled the Intelligence Goku out of the Rising Dragon Carnival on a YOLO summon, and I'm going to keep him because he's going to actually fit into my Intelligence team. So anyway, Super Saiyan God Kaioken, or Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku. Great card, immense damage multiplier, but sacrifices 5% HP. Gives himself an attack and defense boost. It's static, which sucks, but it lasts for quite a while because the fights reset. Usually you're not going to have a Dokkan, one stage of a Dokkan event last more than 10 turns. So, great card, one of my personal favorites. Has the 3 meta key links, so fits in with pretty much anything. Golden Frieza we're going to be tanking with. Damage received minus 90% when HP is 50% or above. It's going to suck if we get supered by Cell during the tech phase because we're going to take a lot of damage and that won't be useful, but Super Saiyan Goten Kid. This is one of my first SSRs I ever pulled. Love this card. Just got a rebirth. I'm really excited about it. Super attack level is only 4. I just realized like recently that I could actually feed a super attack with all the crappy SR Gotens I've been pulling, but it's never really, was always lazy. And attack plus 70% when HP is 50% or above. So we're going to be having a reason to stay at 50% or above. Prepare for battle, blah 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 blah. Super Saiyan 2 Goku Agility gives Ki plus 3 for all allies when HP is 99% or below. Isn't really a good card outside of that, but he's like my best agility support card. And if I'm not running him, I'm running Family Kamehameha Gohan, which isn't the greatest card. Personally, I don't like it all that much, and it's not really a support. It doesn't really help out the team very much, and I'm not going to be doing a lot of damage with it. Last card, Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta. Attack and defense plus 80% when performing super attack. Only SA1 right now. Prepare for battle. Whatever. He only does supreme damage. Still pretty good rebirth though. One of my favorite Dokkan Awakenings they've given out because that card really needed a Dokkan Awakening to just be good on his own. I didn't have the Super Saiyan Blue Goku that pairs with him really well for the longest time, so it's nice to finally have that. I suppose have the card be useful on its own. I suppose I don't know why I'm skipping around. We're doing Cell, so let's look for a Super Vegito. Shouldn't take too long. I think I have a couple on my friends list. Do a quick refresh, and it doesn't seem to want to be popping up. I might have to cut out here while I look for one. Alright, no, never mind. There's one right here. Pretty decent stuff on him. Level 3 counters, which I don't like, but level 14 combos. Is there any other Vegetos on here? If not, I'll just use this one, but see, this one's not maxed, or this one doesn't have crits. What about this one? This one has level 9 crits, level 8 combos. Alright, let's go with that. It's not as good in the attribute system, but I like the crits a little bit more than the combos personally, just because it counters. So, anyway, standard setup, pretty much. I'm actually going to swap out a Ghost Usher for a Baba, because there's no Sealer for agility. Or, well, there is, but it's a bad card. And I'm always going to have a Super Vegeto. I'm going to try to link the Super Vegeto. What I'm going to try to basically do is I'm going to try to keep one Super Vegeto with a Super Saiyan Blue Goku, and then I'm going to try to keep Gold Frieza with the other one just for the blocking. What way do we want to go? Let's go straight, because it looks like I can get the most ki that way, the way that my rolls turned out. Yeah, alright, this was a good decision. Unfortunately, it gave me 2 5s and a 4, though, so that kind of sucks. Alright, looks like we got pretty decent ki out of that. It didn't go to the greatest characters, but, you know, whatever. Not the biggest deal. So, basically what we're going to be relying on this fight is Super Vegeto counters. That's pretty much it. There's really not another way to explain it. And this actually didn't really work out, because we got 2 Super Vegetos in the first turn. So, I'll use I'll use this one, because it can get critical counters in the third slot. It's not going to come back as fast, but that's not a huge deal to me. Let's wipe out this Cell Junior. This phase of the fight, you fight 5 Cell Juniors. I wish they were all different types, but unfortunately you fight two that are physical, which kind of sucks because we're not going to be a type advantage for any reason during this fight. Is that the right one? No, it's not. And he has some sort of defense down, apparently. Alright, that's interesting. And then this last one will target the intelligence one, just because we can probably kill them with all the counters on that one. Alright, so we'll sit through this turn. And that, oh yeah, that's not, the tech ones are going to be the problem here. But anyway, something I want to talk about, though, coming out soon. It hasn't been like confirmed to be coming out soon, but it's going to be coming out around the time of the 2nd anniversary next month. How excited are you guys for Boss Rush? I'm really excited for it. It's just going to give me something else to do in this game, and sometimes this game feels super dead. And Boss Rush doesn't take up any stamina. It gives you a roar the first time you beat it, and I'm actually really excited for it. It's actually probably what I'm looking forward to the most, other than Super Saiyan 4 cards, out of things that are going to be added in the near future. So this is something I wanted to bring up. Let's keep. So let's see. We'll have that Vegeto, that friend Vegeto, coming back in 2 turns, and that's the better Vegeto. So we want. All right, this is actually what we want to do. So let's put you first. You can wipe out the tech one. Keep Golden Frieza in this spot. It doesn't matter what we give him, because he's going to be dead anyway. And then we'll rotate out the Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta. That's what I think we're going to do here. Although we're going to run into a situation where we don't have Golden Frieza and a Vegeto in the same turn, because my Vegeto is going to be coming back next turn. So we'll have to rotate out Golden Frieza at some point, probably the next time around. So this is what I'm talking about when I say you need to spend the early phases of the fight working on your rotations. What I'm talking about right now is, as I'm thinking out loud, is I want to figure out how to get my rotations in place. Like, see, this was a bad draw. I don't want these characters together. So it's not gonna really work out for me. Tech though. So let's pop King Yama here. This is probably when I'm gonna use most of my items during this phase of the fight, because as you'll notice as this kind of goes on, this takes a really long time with the Mono Agility team, and that's basically the reason that I wanted to use the Mono Agility team, is to show you guys this is still beatable even if you have kind of a weak team, or a team that's missing something. But this should still be pretty easy to get through. Cell regenerates, which is a gimmick that was in the original version, the Z-Hard version of this fight. So you guys should be used to that if you ever played the Z-Hard version of this fight. This is the super difficulty, as you guys probably caught before. Alright, well, I didn't even need to pop a King Yama there. Alright, so I wanted to rotate out Golden Frieza. That was my original plan. But let's see, 3 turns. Actually, let's do it this way. So we can block. Well, he's gonna regenerate. So here's the thing: he's gonna regenerate first turn. So that's 1 less hit. All right, let's rotate out Golden Frieza, because I'm pretty sure we have a couple tanky cards on the field, so this will actually work out pretty well. There we go. And Golden Frieza, you can have that because you suck. don't do a whole lot of damage. That's not your purpose, though, so I'm not blaming it on you. And we'll keep these two linked together, because then they have Super Saiyan links and stuff. So see, Cell regenerates 375,000 HP, which is, as you can see, more damage than you're going to be doing with most of your super attacks at this phase of the fight. However, you can just wither away at him, like I just did roughly what he did to me back. So, as you can see, it is very possible. Alright, so this is the kind of situation where I'm going to do this. I'm going to pop a Baba, because this first turn right here, where I'm putting Goten, he's going to recover it. He's going to recover health. So that means one of these two attacks in the middle right here, where I have Vegito right now, is going to be a super. So that's what I want to try to avoid. I didn't want to do that, by the way. That was totally not intentional. So I want to try to avoid getting supered, and I know the super is coming in the middle. Alright, we get an additional. Very nice. I didn't put a lot into the Goten and the dupe system. I just gave him free additional. That's all I did, actually, because I've never pulled a duplicate of that card. Well, that's not true. I haven't pulled a duplicate of that card since the hidden potential system was released. So, as you can see now, since I popped that Baba, we're going to get an extra couple 100,000 damage instead of taking 100,000 damage or whatever we would have taken from getting hit by a tech card. And we're actually going to wither away a whole health bar right here, I think. Well, we came close. So now, that's not good. I don't have Ghost Ushers. So, he's going to recover at the end of the turn, and it looks like, let's use King Yemma here. This is our last King Yemma, but I'm just showing you guys this is possible. This is possible without items too. I'm just using them to kind of be precautious here. And we'll give Goku that. This has actually worked out a little bit better anyway, because we'll drop all those blue orbs. And it'll help out for our next turn. I think we got our rotations pretty much set now, though, because we have a Kaioken Goku with a Vegito, and we should have a Golden Frieza with Vegito next turn. So that'll work out for the final phase of this fight, because strength won't be nothing. And we are going to come close to wiping him out right here, but unfortunately it's probably going to be another couple of turns. But, alright, so that's a recovery, and that is going to be... Oh, you know what, though? You know what, I screwed up, though, because Golden Frieza is not going to have his tanking ability because we fell under 50%. Alright, so... Since that happened, let's heal now. I'm not going to use another of my defensive items. So we'll get a block there from Super Vegito. Or counter from Super Vegito. We'll get a block from Golden Frieza. And we'll give Goten a super. Even though it's not going to do a whole lot because we're under 50% health. And now, yeah, see, Cell's back to 3 health bars now because I didn't properly do... I didn't do, like, the right amount of damage to him when I had the opportunity, so he recovered a bunch of his health. But now we're going to be withering away at it once again. This is, if you're using an agility team against this event, during this phase, is really just going to be a battle of how long it takes you. It's going to be your battle of how long it takes you to get through this. This was kind of terrible, honestly. So he's going to recover there. So whatever damage we do to him in this round is kind of definitive. And let's give you this one physical orb right here. I don't have any nukers, I don't think, on this team. So I don't have to really worry about prioritizing ki for anybody. When I did intelligence, I was like worrying about... I wanted to separate, like, because I had two Buhans, so like trying to get ki for Trunks was kind of annoying, even though he didn't have a high super attack, so he wasn't going to do a whole lot anyway. So as you can see now, again, this G is not doing a whole lot of damage. So, wow, this didn't really work out the way I thought it would. Because, yeah, now he's going to recover. Alright, let's do this then. Let's just give everyone their super... I wonder, actually, I think this Goku has a chance to stun. No, he raises attack for 3 turns, okay. I knew he had some sort of weird thing going on with his super attack. I thought it was stun, but... Anyway, alright, so now we're back to 3 health bars once again. And this is where... This fight just kind of gets annoying. It's not even really difficult, because Cell doesn't do... He does a lot of damage if he supers you, but as you can see, I'm not really getting supered so far. I've already used most of my items. With an agility team, the thing is, you're going to get counters from Super Vegito so much that it's honestly not really going to matter a whole lot that Cell regenerates. Alright, here we go. This is going to be the super. And it does 107,000 damage. We survived with 3,500 HP right there. So, alright. And this is going to be perfect right here, because we're more than likely going to get 2 counters, just because he just supered us. Although I don't know if that's how that still works. I don't know. But he's also gonna recover during this, so he's gonna be back to 3 health bars. Not really though. So as you can see now, the more he's recovering, or the more times he recovers, you can see that he's not recovering as much. So it's gonna be easier to come back. Oh, and we got that critical counter. That's what comes in key. That's why I wanted criticals, is because of the chance of something like that happening. So see, now when you can get a critical counter, it changes the game because it withered away so much of his health that a 213,000 super was enough to wipe him out. So if you're running agility, now you're done with the hardest part of the entire fight. So here, you just do this, and there we go. Pretty much as simple as that. And the Vegeta and Frieza are going to do a lot of damage this turn because they have a really good link skill together, which is why the Vegeta and Goku are so good together. Is the same reason, is they have that godly power link skill. And see, as you can see now, we're doing 279,000 on counters as we are getting supered by Cell himself. And at the end of this video, by the way, I'm not going to be awakening the Cell because I already awakened the Cell to try out my villains team earlier. So we're actually going to be Dokkan awakening the Gohan that I pulled in yesterday's video. My birthday summons went up late last night. Well, not late. I tip over my microphone. Sorry about that for the audience at home who probably doesn't appreciate that. So we're now on to, we can get a Dokkan mode here with Vegito, so this is going to work out really well. So we're now on to the final stage. Microphone's not facing forward. So what happens when you screw with recording equipment in the middle of the video? So basically this stage of the fight, you should be close to your Dokkan mode or about to get it if you're using an agility team, just because this fight will last so long. If you use like a heroes team, I haven't almost met a heroes team after I pulled that Gogeta, so I can rip through this fight with my heroes team. This video would be like 3 minutes long. But if you're running an agility team, and there would be no, the point being there would be no Dokkan mode, but if you're running an agility team, this fight will last so long, or a physical team, this fight will last so long that you'll get a Dokkan mode at this point. What you want to try to do is get it to a Vegito if you're running Mono agility. So that's what I'm going to do right now, and see, as you can see, he gets a Dokkan mode. And we are also, might as well give it to you. This fight's going to end after the Dokkan mode anyway. So he's going to recover 437,000 health. So let's see, oh, and yeah, attack there too. So we're going to see if we can get a max Dokkan mode meter and see how much damage we can do. And the game gave us the slow one, so that worked out pretty well actually. So let's see, if we didn't get the counter, so we might not be able to well, it wouldn't really be a one-shot because he already had health gone, but since we didn't get the counter, we're not going to be able to wipe him out with this Dokkan mode, I don't think. But oh my god, 1.7 million damage. I got to screenshot that. 1.7 million. That's the most I've ever seen from a Dokkan mode, and I've gotten them with like all of my main god leads at some point or another. But 1.7 million. That's pretty good. Alright, so that's the Cell event. We're done with that. My Golden Frieza finally reached max level. Not that I cared. I actually used that Golden Frieza when I first pulled him at like level 1 for the longest time. I never really leveled him up well, not, he wouldn't be a level 1 forever, because when you beat, obviously you get XP, but like, he's so useless for almost anything other than just tanking that I never really cared what his level was, because I wasn't going to do damage with him anyway. He's just like less than 100,000. So let's add this guy actually though. He has a pretty sweet Super Vegito, and I could use more on my friends list. So that's it for the event itself. Not too hard, not the easiest. There are some annoying things to deal with, as I showed you during this video, but anyway, let's awaken this Gohan now. I really like this card art, and the new one, I'm glad that the new one's very similar to it. I like this one more actually. So this card's friggin' broken. He's only SA1 for me, and he's going to be for a while because he's like 3rd or 4th on my priority list for Elder Kais. Once they bring the 2 Elder Kai banners into the game, that'll be pretty sweet because then it'll be a little bit easier to get them. But causes immense damage, which is the thing that makes his card really broken. He also gives himself attack plus 70% at the start of a turn, and he is prepared for battle, which I think is still the meta strength link. I'm not entirely sure. I think that changes when Super Saiyan 4 Goku comes out. It either becomes prepared for battle when Super Saiyan 4 Goku comes out, or it's not prepared for battle when Super Saiyan 4 Goku comes out, and I can't remember. But attack plus 70%, gives himself plus 3 keys, so you're not going to need to prioritize for this guy. I put him through the dupe system to give him the free crits, So let's awaken this bad boy right here. And that will wrap up the video. That was the Cell event. Already said, not too hard. Really simple. Like, you can probably beat it with just about any team you have, as long as you have a good leader who either boosts your ki or boosts your HP or boosts your attack to a level where you can defeat this. Doable with any mono team. You should have like a good lead at this point. If not, I don't know what to tell you. You're gonna have a hard time beating a lot of Dokkan events. So that's gonna do it. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and stay tuned for more Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle.